Yes, I did promise a new video of DayZ in Linux, and here it is. I had a lot of trouble with the OBS configuration. I really dinked that up bad. I thought that OBS was recording with FFmpeg. I really did. I don't believe it is. It is using Pipewire. Didn't know that did screen video capture, whatever. Now I know. So everything's changed. Also, I'm not on Xubuntu anymore. Xubuntu, sadly, very sadly, has a dead end feature to it. It's not going to get HDR. It's not going to. Like HDR is over. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I have a new gun. Let's do the new gun. Ooh, yeah. What? Oh, that wasn't very loud. I haven't turned it up. Oh, yeah, one hit. Well, one hit even to the chest. I'm really wasting bullets here. So, okay, back to what we were talking about. Whoop. Oh, quit screaming. Jesus. Always screaming. So loud. Um, okay, so I switched to Kubuntu. That's got HDR, which is awesome. That's important. Us gamers, we want HDR. Or at least we want that option, right? So I switched. Big change because now I'm on KDE. Um, that was a big switch. Don't need that. KDE, you know what? The Plasma desktop, wow, it is unbelievable. It is. Now I regret not changing it sooner. By the way, this video is going to be very boring. I do apologize, but let's dig a little deeper here. Okay, so because I have an AMD GPU, it's new, very new. I need the support files, the graphic files, the libraries. I need that to be really recent. So I had to get Kubuntu 25.10, which isn't even, I don't think it's even formally released yet. It's a short term. Anything with the 10, you know, that's a short term, not a long term release. You know, they're just kind of testing things out, getting things ready for the next iteration of, you know, Ubuntu, right? That's how Ubuntu works. So, okay, so I had to go to 25.10. At the time, it was just, I think, a daily, something like that. Didn't matter, it worked. It worked great. It also provided the most, like the latest version of Mesa, right? Mesa, look, if you don't learn anything from this video, and that's possible because I'm a crap teacher, if you learn nothing else, if you take away nothing else, learn this. Mesa is important for gaming. You need a good version, a newer version of Mesa. So this one is 25.2 point something, or maybe it's 25.3, I'm not sure. Okay, but, oh man, I'm hungry. So, don't they have a Wendy's around here or something, maybe? Like McDonald's or something? No, okay, I'm gonna have to eat this. So, Mesa's important. Now, I also updated the kernel. That's important too, because that's where your graphic drivers are in certain cases. For AMD people, yeah. For Intel, yeah, that's where your drivers are. They're in the kernel. NVIDIA, a little different. You can add the proprietary drivers, which I think are probably the best way to go. And those are relatively independent of the kernel. So it kind of doesn't matter as much. But the drivers will matter, obviously. I mean, if you're coming from Windows, you know that. You're like, oh, drivers are important. I need the newest. And in most cases, that's true. Well, so in this situation with, if you have an Intel GPU or an AMD GPU, Mesa is important. And also, the kernel is important. If you're NVIDIA, then I think just the proprietary drivers are the most important. Possibly Mesa also. But you won't be able to compile Mesa like what I'm doing. I'm building it from the source, which you don't, You don't have to do, but I think the NVIDIA people can't do that. It will mess something up. I think. I've never gotten, I've never, that's never worked for me. Oh, where is that? Kind of sounds northwest. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Man, it makes the sound, but it's already crashed. It's kind of funny. It's kind of a wonk, you know. That's okay. We won't complain. It's still believable. All right. These helicopters on the server are fun, but they kind of don't have good stuff. Okay. Anyway, back to this. Back to the important stuff. So about building stuff, I do build Mesa from the source code, and I fine-tune it, right, to my specific CPU. I also leave stuff out. I get rid of the debugging and features and hardware support that I don't use, that I don't have. And the cheat code here, oh, yes, ammo box, hello, thank you. Oh, PK, get the hell out of here. Damn. Oh, I want that lock. That's mine now. That's mine. You don't, that's it. Okay. So, the compiling. You never have to do that. My friends think I'm crazy for building stuff like that. Hey, thank you. But you can kind of one-up the performance, right? You can build the graphic drivers and things for your specific CPU and GPU. Okay, so I'm doing this optionally. This is if you get really good at Linux and you just want to squeeze some more FPS, right? Out of all your games. Or another option, you do this because you want to add features. For instance, your distro might only contain the old version of Mesa and your games just aren't running right. Okay, in that case, you can build these files, right, from source. But it's hard. It's difficult work. ChatGPT can help, but you're basically tracking down dependencies and working on a build command. A build command. That's what you want. You want a working build command. If you have a good build command, you'll be able to build, basically compile that graphic library, whatever, and potentially it'll run better than the one that Ubuntu or your distro supplied. But again, it takes a little bit of skill. That's the skill that you might develop later, just after gaming on Linux for a few years. That's all. Now you can cheat and find out what is the build command that your distro used, right? You can do that. You can find it. You can ask ChatGPT, hey, how do I find this on Mint, Linux Mint, whatever. And it'll kind of walk you through it. No big deal. Seriously, no big deal. All right. So, again, extremely optional. Now, let's just say you have a distro and the Mesa version is very old and your games just are not running. And you're like, look, there's no way I'm going to be able to compile this. There's too much to that. I don't have the focus power. Plus, my sister broke my chair on my desk, and like I don't want to sit here like that and just okay. Look, whatever the scenario is, you can't do it. In that case, you can add a PPA repository, possibly get a newer version of Mesa that way, or sadly, um, upgrade your distro. Like get the newer version, you know. And you can find out what version it uses through distrowatch.com or something like that. But yeah, you'll want a newer version of Mesa. That's so important. And I would argue a newer version of the kernel. All right. So that will get you a better gaming experience. Now for me, I just said, let me get a new distro, but also let me compile the even newer version of some of these files. And then I'll enjoy all these new fancy schmancy features. For instance, I had HDR before. A lot of the other distros had them, and a few other little tidbits. You know, graphic support, that kind of thing. Yeah. So, and it can, potentially raise the performance. Okay, now, super. This is so boring, isn't it? This is so boring. You never asked for it. You were just like, look, I want to see if DayZ runs in Linux. I didn't care about any of that nonsense, rambling on about nothing, nothing at all. Hey, this is a cool neighborhood, but I think no, there's no convoy here. Eh, looking for a convoy. I don't think there's a convoy here. This is Deer Isle, one of my favorite maps. I do like this map. Yeah, I don't see anything else going on. Um, I had trouble with streaming, or not streaming, recording this because apparently OBS uses Pipewire for recording. I didn't know that. I thought it used FFmpeg. So here I am compiling FFmpeg and optimizing it, make it so fast and awesome and ready for my CPU. Well, whatever. That was all kind of not exactly for nothing, but oh, look at that base. Oh, check that out. Oh, he got a ramp. Oh, that is cool. Oh, and he's there. Haggis. Is that his name? Haggis. Whoa, what's up, Haggis? There's his heli. That is cool. Wait, he built that ramp, didn't he? Oh, I think he did. I am so going to use that ramp that you built. Is he going to reply? That ramp is awesome. Oh, he's talking to me, but I can't hear him. Maybe he'll say something in the chat. That is so cool. Sorry, it's the little things, you know? A ramp. Man, oh, that's what I should do in this game. I should add a ramp for stunts. Do something like Hot Rod the movie. You ever see that? That's a funny movie if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I know it's kind of stupid, but I like stupid movies. I like it. That movie made me laugh a lot. Okay, let's go back to the base. The base. Um, this game's kind of hard on the computer, on the graphics, and I don't know. I don't have the ideal CPU for gaming. The ideal, I think, is the 98 3DX, I think. Mine is a beast. Don't get me wrong. It's the 9950X, not 3D. 16 core, 32 thread. That's great. But for gaming, you kind of want a little different configuration. However, I want a top of the line. I've never bought a top of the line CPU in my life. And when it came out, maybe after like somebody used it for 8 years, sure. But I never bought one right away. So this is the first time for me. Um, was it the best choice for games specifically? No, but it's good. It's pretty damn close. It does well. And then the GPU is the 9070. I didn't get the 9070 TX. Couldn't get that one because I was doing this at the day of the release. Just couldn't get it. I was lucky to get this one at Best Buy. Really lucky. But I like this one because it is lower power. It's not generating so much heat. I mean, I live in the U.S. South, so the heat is a concern. You gotta manage that. Um, Now I don't know for the recording. I don't know how it looks, but it's fairly smooth for me. I don't know if you see screen tearing. That's the problem I've been having, screen tearing with the recording. I feel like I fixed it, but I might not have. If I didn't fix it, I'm gonna compile Pipewire. I'm gonna build that mofo. I'm gonna get the latest version, compile it, add CPU optimizations and GPU if it has it. You know? Why? Because I can. Because I know how to do it, and I can. That's just, you know, you can't do that in Windows, right? It's just cool. Again, you don't have to do it. I don't want people in the comments. Why would you do that? Look, you can do stuff in Linux, so if you want, you can. It's freedom. Freedom! You like your freedom, don't you? Alright, I am going to land on this. I swear to you, I'm going to land on it. Ooh! I did. Okay. Yeah, that's... Oh, another heli? Do you hear that heli? Shut up, heli. Oh, it's over there. Somewhere over there. I hear it. Over there. Okay, well, that concludes just a little view of... Oh boy, a little tearing them. That concludes the video on DayZ and Linux. Look, y'all can run Linux in game. You can play all your games. I don't know of a game that doesn't work. Listen, I play Star Citizen, and I compile Wine, okay? The newest version. One that may or may not be available to Ubuntu. I'll just go to the Git repository, whatever. I will go there, get the source, use my own build command, optimize it for my CPU, compile it, install it, run it. And then Star Citizen is running in tip-top, you know, FPS. And it gets support for things that maybe an older version of Mesa or an older version of Wine didn't support. Mine is working with FSR, which I couldn't believe. I just about passed out. I clicked, you know, FSR, and I didn't think it was going to work. Not only did it work, it made the game look better, and it increased the frame rate. I was like, get the hell out of here. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I will show you that next. I think next. But I have to get that. I have to get that ready. That game's brutal on your system, on your you know, for the CPU. That game it demands a lot. I don't know if it's not optimized or if it's just doing a lot. Also, that game needs a lot of help. It's not a fun game to meet friends in. It's really tough. It's not like this game. I log out here, I'm gonna be here when I log back in. So if my friend and I, my buddy down there, Josh down there, if he's here and I'm here, we log out, we come back, we're here. Not in Star Citizen. No, brother. You're like a solar system away. I hate that. I really wish I like that game, but I'm really hoping for changes. Really hoping for changes. But hey, we'll talk about that in that game. Alright. Thanks for watching the video, and have fun playing on Linux.